Okay, welcome everybody into the Notre Dame postgame press conference. Just a few ground rules first for the last time this week. Please silence all your phones throughout the portion of the press conference. If you're joining us on Zoom, hit that raise your hand function. We'll get to you after we get to questions in-house, which we'll do first. Reminder just to say your name and media affiliation prior to asking your question, and no recording of the press conference on your phone or your camera. But photographs are cool, just no flash photography. With that said, we're joined by three student athletes from Notre Dame, and Hannah Hidalgo, Sonia Citron, and Leah King, as well as head coach Neil Ivey. We'll get started from a statement from Coach Ivey and then get to questions first, strictly for the student athletes. So, Coach Ivey, if you want to start things off.
Yeah, so grateful to have this opportunity to win this game with this incredible group, to go back to the Sweet 16. This is so big for the program. We had an incredible fan base today, sold-out arena, just exciting basketball. I couldn't be more proud of this group. Obviously, everyone knows we went through a couple of weeks of tough stretch, and the way that they've fought back, got back on track, the way we've defended the last two games has been just phenomenal. So I'm so proud of this group. Just an incredible performance for the whole team. The whole weekend was just outstanding. And again, excited to survive in advance, excited to keep dancing, and excited to get to the next round.
Okay, with that, we can open up the floor to questions. We will be keeping it to two per person before we move on to the next. We can start right here in front.
Hi, Maggie Hendricks with Yahoo Sports. For the players, what did you learn about yourselves and your teammates this weekend that maybe you didn't know on Thursday?
I'll say that I kind of already knew this, but we're a bunch of fighters and we respond when we're challenged. Coach Ivey challenged us and we responded, we got better, and I think we've shown that these past two games.
Yeah, I pretty much, I didn't learn anything, I wouldn't say new, but just like recognizing like how dominant we are, especially like when we're all playing well together, when we're all playing together as a team, like how well we dominate and how we take teams' hearts. And I'm really proud of my teammates for how we took the other team's heart today from the jump.
No, I mean, they said it all really. Just our versatility, and like Sonny said, like we were challenged in practices, in our past practices, and just how we were able to respond.
And Hannah, you have a pretty great group of seniors, I would say.
Yeah.
Was there extra motivation to make sure that they can just keep playing, keep putting on that Notre Dame uniform?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think every game, especially now, it's like win or go home, and I've said it a lot of times that it's a lot of the girls' last time putting on a Notre Dame jersey. So a lot of fight for them so that we can make it all the way to the national championship, not just the Final Four, and win, be national champions in their last time in the Notre Dame jersey.
Kurt Rallo, Associated Press. Leah, too, aside from an incredible effort, what allowed you to have that amazing day you had, points and rebounding?
I mean, my teammates, first of all, they were able to find me. We saw mismatches. We saw how they were defending ball screens, and they were just able to find me on the slips, on the rolls, and things like that. So I really give credit to the point guards and Sonya as well for just finding me in open areas.
Hannah, can you talk a little bit about that blistering start and the defense, season low points for Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a testament to what we've been working on all week. We've worked on ball screens, we worked on rotations, and so just to kind of see the carryover from us on the defensive end, just it being something that's been so focused on, it's exciting to see because we know kind of the work we put in and we're kind of seeing it displayed out on the court.
Jordan Klein, the Michigan Daily. Coach Ivey, obviously you guys like to push the pace, and you did that today, but it also felt like your offense was really clicking in the half court. Can you talk a little bit about your team's ball movement and what allowed you guys to be so efficient in the half court?
Yes, we've been working on our spacing. We've been working on making reads versus the defense that we were going to see versus Michigan. I thought they did an excellent job of sticking to the game plan, and like Hannah said, it was a lot of carryover from practice. We have really great, versatile scorers on the court, so I thought they did a great job of manipulating their defense and just stepping up and shooting with confidence. And Leah, 7 for 7. Everybody took efficient shots and took great shots. I thought our shot selection was a lot better today, and then we got out and got the stops and got a chance to run in transition. So I felt like we had both in transition and in the half court.
And then Hannah, for you, 21 points today. Some huge shots, especially in that fourth quarter. What did you think with that first quarter? What did you think was clicking for you?
In the first quarter?
Yeah.
What was they were collapsing a lot. They were helping a lot of rotation, and they would leave the corner, and our guys did a great job. And even our post did a great job of seeing that they were leaving or helping off and were being patient. And so they were able to hit me in the corner for threes. And I think we just played well together. And then I saw my teammates' shots going in, and so it just gives me the extra motivation to knock my shots down.
We'll go to Zoom for a question from Madeline Kenny.
Hi, question for any of the players. With how the season ended, there was maybe some doubts about what Notre Dame would do in this tournament, but back-to-back dominant wins. What kind of statement do you think you guys have just set?
Having people doubt us really doesn't matter because we trust in ourselves and we trust in each other, and so it doesn't matter what everybody else or the media is saying about what we're going to do in the tournament because we know what goes on in the locker room. We know what goes on in practice, and so I think this just speaks to all the people who have doubted us and didn't think that we were even going to make it past the second round to the talent that we have and what we're going to do next.
Hi, Megan Smith, Hoops. For any of the players, knowing that Michigan plays a 5-guard lineup, their tallest player is only 6'3", how do you think that you guys were able to take advantage of that, especially having mobile forwards?
Just exploiting whoever their guards were guarding. So, like, when I had a smaller guard on me, just having the point guards look at that. I think that's really what it was, just exploiting their defense.
Yeah, and credit to our posts who were able to guard such versatile players, guard-like players. So, I mean, we can't do that if they can't switch, like, 1 through 5 if they can't guard. So,
Yeah.
Credit to them.
Back in front.
I have one more for you, Hannah. A couple of your teammates are going to be looking to be in the WNBA draft in a few weeks. And obviously there are a lot of teams that are looking at them right now and trying to figure out if they would be a good fit. What should they know about your teammates as they're trying to decide if they should draft them?
No, I'm not going to go one by one. I think, because we have so many seniors, but I think that, they're dogs, that they're going to fight, and whatever situation that you put them in, it's not going to be any complaining, any arguing. They're going to go and do what they have to do. They're hard-nosed, they're going to work, they're going to put in the effort, they're going to get better, and the sky's the limit for them. They don't have a cap on their talent level. They can always improve, and they can always get better, and they're so versatile, especially with the length they got. They can do so much. So, they're great draftees.
I think they're fixing the microphone, but if you want to ask a question.
Okay. Hannah, can you elaborate about the passion and purpose you guys played with? Was it the spark that Liv gave you guys coming back, or was it just tired of hearing about the regular season?
Of course, having Liv on the floor just opened so much. You saw she was able to drive, and everybody collapsed on her, and she was able to find shooters or dish it down to the post to get a layup, and so having her back is always crucial for us. But I think it's just intrinsic, we don't really care about what the media is saying. We're not really looking for that. I know, especially me, I don't read what the media is saying, so it really doesn't matter. But I think we have the fight because we want to win. We're competitors. We want to win. We want to get all the way to the national championship, and that's really where our fight comes from.
Any further questions for the student athletes? Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Leah, too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. And now we can open up the floor to questions for Coach Ivey. We're getting started. Oh. Are we microphoneless? You want to get started? Yeah.
Okay. Good news.
Yeah, please speak up.
So I want to ask you the same thing that I asked your players. What did you learn from this team? What do you know now about your team that you didn't know on Thursday?
Well, I knew that they were fighters, like they mentioned. I knew that they were resilient. We just went through a tough stretch. We did the same stretch back in November. This group wants to win. They're unselfish. It just came across a couple bad performances that we learned from. So I knew that this team was going to respond. It's something that we've done in the past this season, and I'm just happy that it's happening right now. Obviously, the stakes are high, so I'm really encouraged and really, really proud of this group that we've turned the page, And the last 2 games, we've shown up, and we've been really great.
And obviously, you're not going to know your opponent for a few hours, but it is, either way, it's going to be a team you've already played. So do you have a preference? Is there anything that you would like, since you did lose to TCU, would it be revenge or anything like that?
No, we're just focused on whoever the opponent is. We're very familiar with Louisville and like you said, with TCU. But I'm just kind of focusing on us, going to enjoy this win, embrace it, and get prepared when we know who our opponent's going to be.
Kurt Rollo, Associated Press. Can you talk about the impact the relentless defense had, especially at the start of the game?
Yeah, I thought it was incredible. It's a carryover from Friday, and it's something that we've emphasized is our defense, and they came out the same mindset, same energy is kind of what I talked about, dominant. And again, it's a will to win, understanding what this means to get to the next round, to get to the Sweet 16. And they've been focused and locked in, and I'm really proud of them because, again, it has not been easy. So being their coach challenging them, and they responded so well. And they know that this is the way we need to be. This is our identity. And to see it on a consistent basis in the last week and a half has been great.
Can you talk a little bit about Olivia, what she did today, and
Yes.
also your training staff?
Yeah, I was going to say MVP is Ann Marquez. I got to give her the credit. She came back to work. They've been working on Liv for the last 48 hours, 36 hours, however long it's been. But she's my MVP, and Liv's she did exactly what she's supposed to do. And thank God, she had the opportunity to come out here. And I thought she was really good. I know she's playing through a lot of pain, but our training staff has been just phenomenal. So I'm really grateful for all the work, all the late night and treatments that they've been put in for her. Yes. Yeah, that was a big emphasis. They averaged 7 and they made 12 versus Iowa State. So they only had 1 at the half, so that was really, really great. And then Sila, made a couple towards the end in the fourth quarter, but held them below their average. That was a big defending the three-point line, especially with them having 5 guards on the floor. So I was really proud of my post. That was really hard to play on the perimeter, but I thought everybody did a great job and then held them below their scoring average, which was exactly what we wanted. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is just really tough place to play. I'm really grateful for the South Bend community. They've shown up for this program and for me all season long. We've had the most sold-out games. Today was a sold-out game. So I'm really, really grateful for all the support. And you feel the energy. And they really sparked us right from the beginning, knowing that there was not an empty seat there. Coach Freeman in the house. We had former players, Devereaux Peters in the house, Skylar Diggins on Friday. So have a lot of support from our alum, but also the fans. They mean everything to us. So we're grateful that we had the opportunity to host.
One more on the end.
Sam Gibson, Michigan Daily. When your players are up by 20 points in the first quarter, do you have to motivate them to keep playing hard defense, or is that something they just know how to do?
They know, but I encourage them continuously throughout for 40 minutes because I know that it's a game of runs. So they know that I try to make sure that I keep my foot on the gas for them. And they're self-motivated, but I also give them that extra boost. Yes.
We'll go to a question from Madeline Kenny on Zoom.
Hi. There's obviously no shortage of confidence with this team, but kind of with the wake-up call that you guys experienced late in the season before this NCAA tournament, how does the way that you guys have won the past 2 games just so dominantly kind of bolster the team's confidence moving forward?
I think it's a tremendous confidence booster for us because we did it defensively. It was on the defensive end where you've seen a shift for this team. And no matter when that wake-up call happens, I'm just happy that we responded, and we know that defensively is where we need to bring our energy because especially at this point. So I'm grateful. I always feel like there's always lessons and things that you go through. So this is part of the journey, and I'm grateful that we've responded and turned the page and playing really great basketball defensively right now.
Time for one more question. If anybody's got a question for Coach Ivey? One more in front.
The energy with both Notre Dame and Michigan fans is
Yes.
fantastic today.
Yes.
Do you see a world where you guys could be doing some home and home series?
I'm working on that. So, yeah, I try to always stay regional with matchups, so hopefully we can get something going so we can have a home and home. Yeah.
Coach Ivey, thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time.